Over the years, 3 of the most effective squidgy tail patterns have been the shad, the fish and the flick bait. And they've all got their niche and their particular action in the water, but now we've combined all 3 to come up with a lure that we believe combines the best of those 3 tails, and that's the Squidgy Whip Bait. This is a really neat little soft plastic. Well, this one's a little one, but we make big ones as well. It's got that narrow body and the knife edge underside of a flick bait. It's got the tail of a shad, and it's got the little belly flaps there of a fish. And it'll handle a lot of speed, very, very fast tail beat and a tight wobble and rotation of the body. But it'll also fish very well going slowly. And best of all, when you pause it and let it drop to the bottom, it stands on its nose on the bottom. Looks for all the world like a little forage fish feeding down there, a whiting or a mullet or whatever. And a lot of takes come during that moment while the lure is actually standing on its nose on the bottom between lifts and drops. I love the versatility of these lures, the fact that you can throw them out there, crank them back as fast as you possibly can if you rig them nice and straight on the jig head, and you'll catch your queenies and kingfish and tailor and salmon and tuna and all those fast moving pelagics. But then you can bounce the lure around on the bottom and catch snapper and various other reef fish, flathead of course, mulloway or jewfish. Just about anything that swims and eats other fish will eat these whip baits. They go particularly well on our weapon head jigs. These are a tough, no-nonsense jig head, unpainted lead head, nice simple little keeper there, and one of the strongest hooks in the business. You won't straighten those hooks out. And from 9.5 grams and higher in these weapon heads, they come with a little additional stinger anchor point, and you can actually put a stinger hook on there, whether you want to put a treble on there or an assist hook. Any sort of stinger you like for those people who like to have a little bit more in the way of armament in their rigged soft plastic, particularly in low percentage fishing where you might only get 1 or 2 strikes a day. If you're chasing big impoundment barramundi up north, or your mulloway or really big flathead down in southern waters, and you may only get a couple of strikes a day, you want to make sure you're going to pin them, so having that stinger on there is a great idea. The other really nice thing about the whip bait is it's a little bit more robust than some of the other tails. It's similar in its density and construction to the Squidgy shad, which always had a reputation for standing up to a bit more wear and tear than the fish or the flick bait. So it's a little bit harder rubber, and it will put up with the toothy critters. I've caught 4 mulloway and 6 flathead in one day on one of these tails without having to change it. That's not too bad for one soft plastic tail.